Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Halfsun SMP. Today we are at the CyberSun Games District and area. As we did mention that last episode, I wanted to build up a game for this area, as we did build up the towers and roads and things, but the whole point is there's supposed to be a minigame district. So I'm going to add to that today, I think, and I've marked out a little plot over here and a sign. So I've got a redstone box, or a box full of redstone materials I should say, in here, and the game's going to include or involve target blocks. So it's going to be something like this, where you activate the game and it will extend. That will then, I think, the player will be like on a minecart, I think, trying to shoot at the target. Then if we build up a little bit, can place another piston and another target block like this, and it's going to work something like so. The game will be activated and you shoot this target, then this one will extend, then you need to shoot this one which will extend another piston which pushes out another target block, and so on and so forth, and it'll probably be timed, I think, to see who can get all the targets in the quickest time. So let me build up the first little bit of concept for it, and yeah, we can see how it's actually all going to work. So I've made some progress and I've got the targets in, and this is where they'll actually be, and there will be blocks or possibly trapdoors like in front of these blocks like this, so you can't actually see the targets when you're over here until they are revealed. And then let's just take away these for now so they're not in our way as I'm demonstrating this. So then yeah, the game will be activated by some other mechanism that I'll get into a bit later, but this one, once you press the button to start, this one will be extended like this. So then that'll be, hi chicken, that'll be visible. As you say, these ones will still be blocked off. So the player then has to of course shoot this, which will fire this one up like that. Then again, these will all be covered. You have to hit this target, which will activate this target here. Now, to do that, we have to do a little bit of redstone back, or in the back I should say, and I do need to replace that block. Give me my scaffolding please. What? Oh, I picked up. Nice. So, in order to do that, we need to first of all take a redstone signal down here to power this block and this piston. And I'm simply going to do this with a redstone block like that. So now you'll notice if I shoot this one, oh, I need to shoot this one first to extend that. Then if I shoot this one, it should extend this one here as well. Once again we shoot that, this one goes up, and then this will chain all the way across to the end, pretty much the same. I just need to repeat this little circuit here on each of the back of these guys. The first section now should be all in place, and it looks a lot more complicated than it started out, but it is it's pretty simple, and it's just a repeating pattern for each of the sections. I'm not the best at redstone, so this is something that I did come up with myself, just in testing in a creative world. So again, the game will be started and this one will be extended, like so. We shoot it, extends that one, we shoot this, brings up this one, and it just chains along all the way. It should be able to get all the way to the end. And the last one. So then what happens is, or what I want to happen is, when we shoot that target, it'll actually reset all of them back to where they started, the starting position, and it will end the counter. I think it's going to be an item counter system to tell you the score that you get as soon as you hit the last target there. So that's what these pistons up the top will do. They will push down, resetting the top ones. Then the pistons out the back will push this redstone block back across, deactivating this redstone, and these are actually sticky pistons which will pull these blocks back down to where they started as well. So I need to put that circuit in and we can take a look, and hopefully we can get it working. Okay, I think the reset button is now, or reset function is now in place. So you see they're all extended, are in the place where they would be, so the player would now shoot the end target. And there you go, all the bottom ones are retracted and the top ones pushed back down. Other than this one, of course, because, well, at the moment it is powered by a lever, and this is actually going to be activated with the starting game mechanism over here, so this will need to be depowered again when this shuts off, but we can take that line from this here back over and deactivate the whole thing. So the way we've done that is, if we come up here, you see this repeater is powering this block, which powers the line which pushes all these pistons down and goes around that way, pushing all the redstone blocks back across, deactivating those ones. So I'm pretty proud of designing that up and getting that to actually work, and of course it is raining to make this an even more miserable day. But yeah, so it's time now. I think that we've got that in place. We do need to work on the mechanism to actually start the game, which will be around about here somewhere. The player will press a button to activate the counter, and they will start on their way on a minecart going back and forward to start shooting the target. So I need to put that in place, and we can see if we can get it all connected up and hopefully playable. So another few redstone lines now in place, and this is going to be the starting mechanism for the game. So it is pretty simple, but it is just a button. Hello? Why is this button just staying pressed? I have... Okay, we're back, and the server crashed there, so yeah, great. I mean, I blame Lev personally. You know, he did come back from AFKing at a farm, and the server died, so... You know what I'm saying, Lev, hey? Anyway, back to what we were doing. So yeah, I've added this redstone line in here, and this will be how the game starts. So a block should go there and a button should go on top. When it is pushed, that happens, and you see our first target then pops up, and we can play the game along all the way. Let's see if I can hit all these targets. And last one. And you see all of them reset, as well as the first one, as this line here gets depowered, which depowers this one, and that is good to go. So next up is creating the system that we will track the score for each player, and I'm going to do that with some items running through a hopper, and it will get locked once the game finishes, so we can take down the scores. So I think I have what I need in here, and I will build that up just now. And with this, I think we are pretty much done with the redstone and functionality of the game here. As you can see, I've added an iron nuggets that's just going to be our scoring system, and there's a little torch there that's locking this hopper. I've also put in a minecart system, so you can see there's a line here that will power this and eventually power that torch there, powering the rails. So as soon as you hit this button, that will slide across, the hopper will be unlocked, so the score will start to drain through, and the minecart will start to go back and forward for you to start shooting the targets. And as soon as you hit this last target here, the game will reset, this will push back across, the score will stop, your minecart will stop, and the game will be over, so you can record your score, which will be in here. And I think we're going to go for a test run. So the player, I do need to put up instructions, but the player will come in the minecart like this, get their bow ready. I don't know whether it's two bows or like snowballs. I don't know how difficult this is going to be, but basically we push this, and then it started. Oh, hold on. Take two. I had to do a little bit of moving things around down there. So let's go, and this is the test run. It's going to go 100% correct, and I am not worried whatsoever. So we start the button, and we are off, and this is surprisingly more difficult than it looks. The way the momentum carries from the arrows is very hard to judge, and it'll be actually harder when you play the game for real, because we trap those, so you can't actually shoot the sides of these targets. I got that one. Number 3. Go. someone with better archery skills than me may be better at this game. But I didn't want it to be too easy, so maybe this is going to create a decent challenge, but maybe it's a little too hard. I may need to slow down the minecart just a little bit. That's me only just got that one. Oh, I got next one. Next one. I think once you get a hang of it, like, you need to like lead your shots quite a bit, actually. Oh. Almost. Got it. Next one. I've only got a few more left. Come on. Please. Next. Come on. Oh, this end one's going to be difficult. Got it. Maybe I just wait till I stop for that split second, although that's even more Hey! I did it! Yeah, I may need to slow this down a little bit. But what score did we get? So, there we go. We got 3 stacks and 30. So I think actually that's not too bad. Like I said, didn't want it too easy. I wanted it to be a little bit of a challenge and something that you can actually improve on. I think as I got closer down to the end, I was getting more used to having to lead the shots quite a bit before I actually fired. So yeah, the next thing obviously is we do need to build up something around this here, as we can't just leave it as it is. And I do need to build something here with some instructions and signs the players can use to record their score. They will have to manually put their iron. I could make a system to funnel it through once they're finished, but yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go get some materials. We'll build up a building here, a little stand or something around these chests, and the game should be good to go and ready to play, I think. Oh guys, I think we are done, and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. The building isn't the most spectacular building, but it covers everything up and it does go with the theme we have here. So yeah, it looks pretty cool and happy enough with that. I put in this little path here, and obviously we do now have a board. So the instructions are here, how to play. Pay 1 diamond block into the prize pool chest for 2 tries at this game. Make sure there is no nuggets in the barrel before you start. If there is, then move these into the chest behind the trapdoor. Make sure that minecart is in the starting position beside the button. When ready, sit in the minecart and press the button. Shoot each of the targets to reveal the next one. Once all the targets are hit, the game will end. Check your score in the barrel and record it on the scoreboard with a sign. The player with the lowest score equals the fastest time will win the entire prize pool. The date and time is to be determined. And then I've just said, please put the minecart back to the starting position and move your nuggets into the chest behind the trapdoor. And yeah, good luck. So that is how to play the game. We will have, I need to stock this up with some signs, and I do need to put in my own little starting prize, but I think I will put a score up on the board to kick things off. So I'm going to go along and take a run at this for, you know, a proper run. When I'm trying. Obviously I wasn't trying before. I'm going to do that, put my score up, stock up everything else, and the game should be ready to play. I've just completed my run there, and I do have an issue that I didn't get on when I tested this. So when everything pops back down, some of the arrows fall, they hit the target blocks, which then power up these trapdoors, which is kind of annoying. So I may replace these trapdoors with something else that's not going to be powered with the target block, maybe like walls or something. I'm not sure, but my score is this here, is the score to beat. So what is that? 128 plus 8 is 136. So that's going to go on the board as my score, and that's going to be the one to beat for everyone. I think that's doable. I think giving people 2 tries every time they pay, you know, gives them a chance to learn how to actually aim it. It's quite difficult to get used to the having to lead the shots quite a lot, but yeah, I'll fill that up, and then I do want to work on something else here before we end today's episode. Alright, so now that we have the game all built up and done, I want to add a little bit more life and things to this area, so I thought a cool way to do that would be to build up sort of like cars, but I want them to be hover cars, not quite flying, but yeah, so they still use the roads, but yeah, hovering above the ground, as this is supposed to be a future cyberpunk style. So I'm thinking probably need to have them floating this height, which may be a little bit high, but where's my axe? Something like that, maybe. Make it fly up here, we can see it better. Actually just land on top so we can actually work with it. And give me these, so I can do that. Then probably another layer, I think. That. I do have glass for the windscreen. Awesome. I do need to grab some string. String acquired, we'll go there, and this will be so that our carpet can go on top as the little roof section. I hear zombies somewhere underneath of me. I think we'll do that, and then I want to do this with observers, not there. I think these are quite a cool texture, and then we'll have end rods coming out the back as like sort of jets of something. Cool, and then I think we do want some trapdoors under there, and I didn't make enough. Alright, so yeah, some trapdoors under here. That looks pretty cool. Looks like, yeah, it's like jets that prepare it forward. Give me my button on the sides here, and climb up once again. Grab our carpet and go on top of these guys. Some more trapdoors running down the middle, and then we want to have these daylight sensors. I'm actually going to flick them to this bluish light. I think it looks better in this area, so that's pretty cool. Like that, and a couple of final touches here, little headlights, and then we can run some end rods down the sides. Not there though. Not I've just did it again. Cool, so that is our little flying car, or hover car. I'm in a hole. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Let's take a look from higher up, as it's hard to get the scale because it's a little bit taller than us. Can I land on here, please? Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I think that adds a little bit more of... Oh, I nearly fell off there. I think put some carpet on top of those guys as well. And yeah, adds a little bit more life to the area just with these cars and things. I've run out of rockets. Let's land on this stair. And I'm pretty happy with that. It looks cool. It does fit the area, the theme of the cyberpunk. And I think a few of these dotted around, maybe another one up there. A few kind of going around this area. I could do them different colours and things. Maybe with the crimson wood like this, or maybe just with quartz. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I've fallen in the hole once again. So to finish things off today, we're back down at the game that we've been working on, and I have put in 10 diamond blocks of my own to be part of the prize. So that'll be the initial incentive for people to come along and play, pay their diamonds and have a go. I've also added bows and arrows. I did realise that some players might not actually have some, so I've got a few bows, put infinity on them and just threw in a bunch of arrows. Say hello to Horatio. But yeah, so hopefully I'll let the guys know that this is ready to go and we can get some people playing it, and I'm not sure when to keep it running until, but we'll see how many people play and hopefully we'll get someone beating our score at the very least. But guys, it has been a fun one, and I got a little bit delayed in the middle of that when the server did crash, because it did delay me a couple of days of when I could record. So yeah, blame Lev for that. But no, thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed, and it's been fun to build this up. So if you see any of the other guys playing this game, be sure to let me know, and I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Until the next one guys, bye bye.